Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Melody Llama, and today we're going to be doing, I believe, the last is he a fraud video, and that's going to be of future Trunks. I don't know if this is going to be the last one in the Dragon Ball series again. It won't be the last is he a fraud video in general because we have other anime, shows, comics, movies, all sorts of stuff. But I think that Trunks is the only other character with that many fights that we can actually make a video on. Unless you guys want to see Frieza. I know Frieza's had quite a few fights. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. The rules of whether they're a fraud or not. Wins and losses, of course, matter, but the context of who you're losing to or why you're losing to them and should you lose to them is very important as well. So future Trunks' first appearance is in the Cell Saga, so we don't have to go over the Saiyan and Namek Saga. So we can start off with the first fight he's in, and that is Mecha, Frieza, and King Cold. My god, this can be nothing but just simply incredible. People discredit this win because they're like, well, yeah, Trunks is from the future. But when you realize when in the future he's in, he's not that far off anyways. And future Gohan is not that powerful anyway. So the fact that Trunks, with just training from future Gohan, is able to surpass Final Form Frieza, then defeat a stronger version along with his father, is actually still very insane. To our knowledge, this future Gohan doesn't even have really that much training with Goku either. So we do have to give future Gohan and Trunks a lot of credit here. And Trunks makes it look easy too. He comes out and he just has that shit on. He's got that drip. Everybody knows the Trunks drip is top 5 bits in all of Dragon Ball. And so he comes in and makes it look effortless, especially considering that Frieza is the main villain of the previous arc. So Frieza has a lot of clout right now. And then we have King Cold, who's just Frieza 2 and potentially stronger. Is just like, it's so ridiculous. This is easily one of the best performances in all of Dragon Ball. When I think about some of the best performances, I think like Goku fighting against, Frieza, or, Vegeta fighting against the Saiyans on Earth, the way that he survived, the Kaioken x4, the Spirit Bomb, and everyone jumping him. Like, those are great performances. This one is up there as well because of the caliber opponent he was facing. That's just a fact. And the fact that he cuts him in half, too, is just amazing. We then get to the next fight, and the next fight is against the androids, namely Android 17, and this one is a little bit iffy. Vegeta and Goku are stronger than Trunks' Super Saiyans by this point. Goku pretty much blocks all of Trunks' attack like nothing, and Vegeta Super Saiyan is stronger than that Goku. So, that Vegeta struggles with Android 18, 17 and 18 are about even. I know that some guides say that 17 is the stronger one, but for the sake of argument, we'll just say they're even. Trunks losing to 17 makes a lot of sense. And considering the build-up that these androids had from the beginning of the arc, where Trunks said that these are the androids that killed everyone in this timeline, it does make sense that he'd lose here. I don't think this is a bad performance whatsoever. Especially since 17 and 18, this might be biased. There's some of my favorite characters in the entire series, so I'm not gonna get on Trunks for this. Now, the next two fights are kind of short, but we can go over them. The first one is going to be against Vegeta, when Vegeta is allowing Cell to enter his perfect form. Trunks does get the best of him here, and it's debatable whether Vegeta or Trunks is stronger here. I know that Trunks says he's stronger because of the Ultra form, but that's just not true. We'll get to that in a bit. But Super Saiyan Vegeta versus Super Saiyan Trunks, I think they're about even here. Trunks does get a great shot in. So Trunks does look really good here. He's very close to stopping Cell from reaching the perfect form. I can't say he did anything wrong here. Vegeta and Krillin are the ones that fumble in this whole thing. So, Trunks is just doing his best. Not a good nor bad performance. We then move on to the Cell battle. And my god, Perfect Cell plays with his food here. Trunks gets his ass handed to him, and I can't necessarily blame him too much. I'd say that the fraud part of this isn't so much Trunks losing, it's that he thought Ultra Form was a good form. He believes that he's stronger than Vegeta, but the whole time, Vegeta and Cell can do the form too. It's just ass. No one would ever do it. So I will say, I'm not going to call it a fraud performance, but Trunks is extremely inexperienced. And it makes sense considering the fact that his only mentor was Gohan in the future. So it's not really his fault. It's not, again, a bad performance. Trunks really, he starts losing quite often, but it's not bad losses. They're fine. And I would say that kind of does it here. He battles the Cell Jr. and does decent. The Cell Juniors are really powerful, so I'm not going to discount him. He stays up for the battle, and that's cool with me. He gets killed by Super Perfect Cell, but I mean, Super Perfect Cell is far above anybody at this point. He is the apex in the Dragon Ball tier list at that point of the story, so Trunks dying there, nothing negative to say there. So we're going to move on to Super. When it comes to Dragon Ball Super, we have the Goku Black arc, and my god, let's talk about it. So for one, let's talk about a great performance. It is him defeating Dabura. I know that this is a manga. I believe this is manga only. I'm trying to remember if this was in the anime. I don't think it is. He defeats Dabura. He stops Majin Buu from happening. That is so awesome. That was so neat. They didn't have to include that. They didn't have to include what he did about Majin Buu, but it was so awesome that they gave us that detail. And Trunks beating Dabura. Dabura, by the way, at that point, was like near Super Perfect Cell level, right? Like, he is really strong. So to see how strong Trunks got is actually really cool. And especially Dabura's like interesting abilities, like the Stone Spit and all that stuff. So you got to give Trunks credit for that. We then move on to Goku Black, and Goku Black is decently strong. You have to remember that at the start of the arc, Goku Black is roughly around that Super Saiyan 2 Goku tier. And even if we say, look, I have mixed opinions about Super Saiyan God being equal to base form. I don't really believe it. I think we have two different base forms in Dragon Ball. So let's say, for the sake of argument, I know 100% that Super Saiyan 2 Goku from the Black Saga is stronger than the Super Saiyan 2 Goku from the Buu Saga. But let's give it the benefit of doubt and say that they're equal. Trunks can't hang with that Super Saiyan 2 Goku. That Super Saiyan 2 Goku from the Buu Saga is really, really powerful. He's even stronger than Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2. And, and Goku Black is around that level, so it makes sense that future Trunks wouldn't be able to beat him, even if we were to low-ball Goku Black. High-ball Goku Black is extremely powerful. He's able to fight a Super Saiyan 2 Goku that's 100 times stronger than Super Saiyan God by multiplication. So Trunks had no hope here. It makes sense that he would run away back to the future. So, it's not a bad loss either. Like, Trunks is so far behind, he has no one to train with in the future, you can't really blame him here. It's a miracle that he actually beat Dabura. Yeah, he's not going to beat Goku Black. And then we're going to kind of talk about everything between Merge Zamasu and the beginning of the arc. Just all his battle with Zamasu and Goku Black. He is, alongside Goku and Vegeta, getting his ass handed to him. But I'm going to be honest, I gave Goku and Vegeta a lot of shit for this performance in this arc, because they should not be getting whooped the way they are. Trunks, however, he's exempt from all of that. Trunks is somebody who has no God Key, no one to train him in the future, and he is just now understanding these levels of power, right? And he's still aiding Goku and Vegeta in the battle against Goku Black and Zamasu. I would say that all the performances throughout this middle portion are solid. He doesn't get like a definitive win over either of the two, but he shouldn't. They're divine Kaioshin Saiyan hybrid fuckers that are like God tier. Trunks shouldn't be beating these guys. So again, I can't hop on Trunks. Trunks doesn't get a whole lot of wins after Mecha Frieza, I'm gonna be honest, but he shouldn't be winning this. In fact, if I'm to be completely honest, once Trunks gets to Super Saiyan Ikari form, he's pretty much the best performer of the three of them throughout the entire arc. I know Goku has the moment where Goku Black and Zamasu tell Goku that Chi-Chi died, that they killed Chi-Chi, and he like gets an amp for a little bit, and then we have the fight against Merge Zamasu. We're not going to get to that point yet. And Vegeta does get the upper hand on Goku Black. It doesn't really lead to anything because Goku Black evolves anyways and surpasses Vegeta yet again. So I would say that Trunks is the best performer here. He gets Super Saiyan Ikari and gets to hold these two off for like a complete day, I think it was, or more. So, yeah, W for Trunks here. And then we move on to the final battle, which is the, Merge Zamasu, the bullshit. He uses the Sword of Hope with claiming the many, many spirits of about 15 survivors. And he does really well against Merge Zamasu. He does about as well as Blue Vegito. He doesn't kill him. They lose But my God, the fact that Trunks is the guy that's pulling the most weight is insanity. He should not be doing all this. What juice do they have Trunks on? I understand he's the drink, but geez. I don't really know how he's able to do any of this, but he does, and he does very well against Merge Zamasu. Cuts him in half and everything. Again, they do fail, and his ending is kind of trash, but fuck me, dude, it's Trunks. He's just some random guy, really. So, honestly, overall, Trunks is nowhere near being a fraud. Especially if you count in him going back to the future and destroying 17, 18, and Future Cell. Those are all really big moments, and man, he looks so cool doing it with a damn sleeveless shirt. Like, he stood on business. Those are some dubs I forgot to bring up. He stood on business and destroyed the three of them. Didn't let anything go wrong. And you know what Dragon Ball is, dude. Even if you got a plan, something's gonna go wrong. Trunks made sure that shit did not happen. So, yeah. W Trunks, I would say overall, he's solid. He's actually pretty good. Does he lose some of the hype after Mecha Frieza? Sure. Does he not get as many wins as he would like? Sure. But again, he starts fighting people way stronger than him, and he's doing 10 times better, 100 times better than you would think he would do. So Trunks is that guy, really. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Should I do Frieza, Cell, and Boo? I feel like they do actually have enough fights to do the videos on, but I feel like it might be a little easy because they're the villains, so they're naturally going to get a lot of wins, but we could talk about that if you guys are interested. And aside from Dragon Ball, who would you like me to do this series on? Let me know down below. As usual, like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video to other people so that we can grow this community. And again, thank you guys so much for getting me past 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.